Welcome to ToV Live. It is Valhalla time, and Hexalis says in the chat, premiere hype. Yes, a little bit hype, just tiny bit, because we're going to be showing a little bit of Ne-Gok-Sa tonight. Hello, everybody. Welcome to, well, usually I say the ToV podcast, but that's not what it is tonight. It is the premiere of a little short that was animated and voiceovered years back, and in the last 6 months or so edited. Now we're finally able to release it, the introduction to Ne-Gok-Sa in the Tales of Valhalla Aftermath Chronicles world universe and everything. So kind of leans more on the satire end of things, but we do have that, and this is going to drive Joe crazy nuts, but we'll start playing that in a minute. First, we're going to introduce our wonderful panel tonight. Of course, I am Ryan, aka Tales of Valhalla. We have with us Sean Gallagher, who is does a few voices, but is mainly the voice of Sergeant Drake Alexander in Tales of Valhalla. How are you doing tonight, Sean?
I'm better than I deserve, yay!
Exactly. And then we have Jason, who is actually the main character tonight, Ne-Gok-Sa. He does the voice of Ne-Gok-Sa. How are you doing tonight, Jason? As well as Geert. He does Knut Geert as well in the series. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty well. Do you want me to do the whole show here in the voice of Ne-Gok-Sa with his alien language?
I don't want you to hurt yourself, because I know that it's quite a pain to do that, and I mean, so if you want to give a little bit of something, by all means. But there you go. What is he saying?
At some point, I'll start violently coughing.
We don't know. So we need to
do it at a time.
Need a translator in the future, but it's just anybody's guess. And Rogue Skipper says, "I guess I didn't distract you enough because you actually got it done." Yeah, exactly. It took me normally this minute-long video. It probably should have taken me maybe 2 or 3 sit-downs to edit it through, but I had to do 12 live streams to complete this, because I would start talking with people and we'd have conversations, and I can't talk and edit at the same time, I found out. But it's okay. It's fun. I love talking to people. I never want to dissuade someone from talking to people, and we had a lot of very good chats, sometimes usually about food. We're not going to get into it tonight, though. So what we usually do for these premieres is that we're going to run through it first. Everybody is just going to watch it. We're going to mute our microphones, and we're just going to go through it once, and then we'll go through it again with our microphones on, just to give a little commentary on this minute and a half, little bit of Ne-Gok-Sa fun. So let us do that first. Enjoy, and we'll see all of you on the other side.
Hi everyone, I'm here to tell you about this guy, Ne-Gok-Sa. He is angry. He is deadly. Do not meet his gaze. And for some reason, he is hungry for revenge against me and my friends for wiping out his army of mirror warriors. Bye.
All right. So that's pretty much it. That was Ne-Gok-Sa's introduction to the world. Not that we didn't already know who Ne-Gok-Sa was, but you know, he had his own little intro. And it was simple enough to write, simple enough to do, and we had Henderson basically narrate that, and Corey couldn't make it with us tonight, but he did a good job. I think that actually was one of his like best like speaking. He's not a voice actor. I mean, if any, he's not a voice actor at all. But I think he did really good with that. Rogue Saber saying those lava effects amazing. Yeah. I think that's the one that took the most time, but you notice the mix the practical with the special, and it's really nice. Anyway, we've talked about that before when it came to the editing. All right, how about we just do some. Here, I'm gonna get this. Where is it? Here, hold on a second. Let me bring this up. Okay, this is gonna play again because I gotta like bring the screen down, and then we'll play it again and again. But here, let me just bring this. Okay. Bring this down to where it's like travel size. Okay, now we're gonna start it again. I'm gonna turn down. Wait, I gotta turn down the audio too. Here and bring this down so we can hear our voices. And okay, now we're gonna like talk about it for a minute and a half. All right. So there he is, Ne-Gok-Sa. I guess we're basically just. Not much to really know. I mean, Ne-Gok-Sa is quite a fun unit to use in like very common to use in the game because anybody can grab him. It's like, you know, kind of cheap to purchase and fun to have in a army. And Mind Shackle, you know, of course, is always fun to use in Heroescape. And he's got a kind of fairly powerful attack. Once he's used. So I just wanted to show his power, his anger, and he actually has one eye. As far as I know, he's got one eye. That's why it's like when this glowing light thing happens. It's supposed to be like his red eye, just poking out. And yeah, as far as I know, he's only got one eye.
Well, the Maro most of them have two eyes, right?
I don't know. I don't know about Samaro, but I did investigate it. I was like asking Jeremy, I'm like, does he got one or two eyes? Because I think there's actually conflicting reports. But as far as I know, it is just one eye.
Now, is there a hidden skill set with him, or like a hidden power?
Yeah, he's got a thing called Mind Shackle.
Okay.
He's got a thing called Mind Shackle, and here, let me just bring it up real quick so I can give an explanation for that here.
Yeah.
I guess in order to have been proactive, I could have just like had a card in front of me, but that's okay. So yeah, Ne-Gok-Sa. Actually, okay, his attack isn't great. It's like attack of 3, but he's got a strong defense. His defense is like 6. So I mean, that with height, he could have potentially a defense of 7. But what he has is a thing called Mind Shackle 20. It says after moving before attacking, you may choose any unique figure adjacent to Ne-Gok-Sa. Roll a 20-sided die. If you roll a 20, take control of the chosen figure and that figure's army card. You now control the army card and all the figures on it. Remove any order markers on this card. If Ne-Gok-Sa is destroyed, you can retain control of any previously mind shackled army cards. So, I mean, you have to get a 20 side. You have to get 20, or sometimes you get like dice buff with 19 or 20. So it's unlikely, and you don't want to base your game entirely off a 20-sided die roll. But it's fun when it happens. I think it happens way too much than what's supposed to be usually. And that's for unique squads, or anything unique, not common. And when it does happen, I mean, you may retain control of that opponent's card for the duration of the game. So it's fun when it happens. So yeah, he's just a fun little and it's like at 90 points with
basically you're stealing their character.
Yeah, you are. You basically, yeah. That's it. Not many HeroScape miniatures can do that.
All right.
Yeah. So he's fun, and I mean financially.
Things where if it,
yeah, go ahead, Jason.
it's one of those things where it goes off, it just screws the opponent over because you basically just transfer, like a quarter of the enemy's army from theirs to yours. So it's like, oh well, that's a little rough.
I'm kind of thinking. I mean, it's like indirectly, if you want to put it towards military terms, you're stealing your enemy's nukes and you're turning them on him.
Yeah, more or less.
Yep. And okay. And so that's basically it. With how often it happens. Hexile says he's a statistical anomaly with how often it happens. Now, of course, we know Ne-Gok-Sa, well, from the Tales of Valhalla series, he's got like a rage problem, if you couldn't tell. So I did want to kind of like show that within this little short, and I created a short within the short of Ne-Gok-Sa going after Nilfheim. This is the first time we see Nilfheim like via stop motion animation, which it doesn't do much, but it doesn't have to do much. And it kind of shows actually retrospectively Ne-Gok-Sa's poor like 3 dice roll attack ability, just trying to get, and he can't get a nick up with Nilfheim. So here we're going to show this real quick. We're going to keep our mics on, but I plan to post this like via Patreon and then YouTube sometime this week as well. And by the way, if any of you are not on Patreon, check out the ToV Patreon, link in the description below for that, because I actually posted the Ne-Gok-Sa short a little bit earlier. So for those who are on Patreon, could have viewed Ne-Gok-Sa before we premiered it tonight. And the Ne-Gok-Sa short should be posting on YouTube in about like 12-13 minutes. It'll post at 10 a.m. Eastern, or 10 p.m. Eastern, sorry. And let's see, Roman's saying stealing other people's figures is my favorite kind of chaos. Yes, it is. Yes, it's lovely.
I have one quick question for you.
Go ahead, Sean.
Do we have a backstory on why this character is like so rageful? Like why he set off so easy, or is there just something that he's just born with that mental deficiency? Well,
I mean, when it comes to like ToV lore, it just seemed like a fun satire thing to do. Is just give him. I mean, I don't think he's as rage-filled in the actual HeroScape storyline, but for me, he just looks like his miniature just looks like he's got like a chip on his shoulder all the time.
Angry.
Yeah, and I've given him a chip on his shoulder, so and it makes it even funnier because no one understands what he's saying either. But here, let's just do this little thing. Okay, this just goes on for a minute. So. And this actually, like, it takes me back to like Cartoon Network days, like early 2000s Cartoon Network, where they would loop a scene from a cartoon, and they would post their logo, and then that's it. Well, that's what I kind of did with this. And see, there's the Tales of Valhalla, just posting, So it's kind of like
shit out of a dragon.
I feel this would be a useful animated GIF where someone just kind of goes over and over again infinitely, and there's some entertaining caption you could put there.
I plan to figure out doing more of these, because I think these would be fun, and this would be a great thing to commission people to do. If someone wants to like me to animate just something GIF quality, that is relatively simple to do. It wouldn't cost as much if people wanted that type of thing. Or transition. So yeah, okay, and there it goes. But yeah, I call that mad Ne-Gok-Sa. So, Rogue Sleeper says a chip on his shoulder and a giant sword for a hand. Yeah, you see, that's how it goes. He's like just ripe and prime for the satire anomaly. But that is basically all we have to show. What I might do, actually, here's one thing I'll do. I'll give away I mean, no one wants to give away everybody has a Ne-Gok-Sa and 10 more. So I'll do a little giveaway, and this is just like off the fly type of giveaway. for this Ne-Gok-Sa short. So when the Ne-Gok-Sa short posts on YouTube, and you can leave a comment there or leave a comment on the Patreon, because we have the Ne-Gok-Sa short posted there. Leave a comment either there or there, and in a few weeks when we come back, that's one thing I got announced to before we close. But for the next ToV podcast, which will be on, let me double check, it'll be on June 16th. We'll roll a name for a giveaway, and I'll give away a squad of stingers. How about that? Because people like stingers. Stingers are used quite often during championships. So I'll give away a squad of stingers, and expect more giveaways or giveaway announcements coming soon, because I have a pile up of stuff that I do need to give away soon. But I'll just give away a squad of stingers. Leave a comment on the Ne-Gok-Sa animated short either on Patreon or on YouTube when it releases in about 9 minutes. See, Ron says here, I relate to that clip so much. Extreme anger and no power to back it up. Yeah, it's funny. It's funny here. I'm just post it again.
Play it one more time?
Yeah, I'll play it one more time, because it is. I really like this. It's just so funny.
I'm just thinking in my head, stupid car, tires flat, good God, kill somebody.
Oh, it's nice. It's nice. And just for those of you who are on Patreon or want to think about joining Patreon, we are doing a pre and post show backstage of this stream, and I will post that for free. So if you're on Patreon for free, you don't have to be a backer. If you're on Patreon for free, we'll post this backstage as free viewing for everybody, so you don't have to be a paid supporter to view it. Just as a fun gift for anybody who wants to join us on Patreon and become a Patreon supporter. You may do so and enjoy some free stuff. All right, so with that, yeah, go ahead, Sean.
I do have something I want to say to you off camera as a suggestion I think would be kind of cool.
Okay.
Is a limited supply, but I'm not going to say it here. I don't want to get anyone's hopes up high and then all of a sudden there's like nothing there. But I thought it would be really cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Trust me, I think you'll like the idea.
Okay. Well, we'll get into that backstage then. But Hexal is asking, what's he saying when hitting the dragon? Jason, what is he saying when hitting the dragon? Because that was you talking.
I have no idea. I just he doesn't actually have a language behind him. There's certain syllables that I have that I chain together, but there isn't like any intelligence behind them. It sounds kind of like this demonic speech, but it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, but and this is what we need to really find out. What is Ne-Gok-Sa? How does he really feel? If you understand his feelings, then you get so much closer to understanding him and his feelings and becoming friends with him. Maybe. I don't know. We'll try.
I'm curious. With him, is he holding onto the sword? Or is that sword embedded in his arm?
It's a sword arm.
Really attached to it?
It's a sword arm.
I'd be pretty angry too if that's my life.
I mean, can you just imagine if you're foot edged, or God forbid if you're junk edged?
But anyway, before we intense frustration sounds, basically around that. I'd be
a little pissed off too.
But I did want to announce before we sign off tonight that there will be no live streams now because I'm taking a little break. I haven't taken a break in a little while, so I'm going to be taking a break from live streams and some work until Friday the 14th. Friday the 13th, but Friday the 14th, so that's like less than 2 weeks from now, when we do a live reaction stream to Renegade Con and them talking about their Wave 2 of Heroescape. Yep, we're getting Wave 2 already announced, and so we'll do a reaction stream for that. So that'll be the next time that will appear live on the YouTube and Twitch channel, because I need a break and need a plan for that. But I'll still be releasing some video content, so keep an eye out for that these next few weeks. But no more streaming until that time, and then we do that. We'll do that Friday, and then we'll have ToV podcast that coming Sunday, and we'll talk about the ins and outs of whatever they're going to be announcing on that Friday stream. So that is what I wanted to say. And how about we wrap by giving final thoughts? I guess Sean, go ahead, you first.
I definitely love the introduction of this character. I think it was just badass all the way around. Now, I love the psychoticness that's to it, the madness that's there. But then again, I'm a little unhinged, and I mean, for the most part, I can relate to some of this. Okay, and I think Jason, you did a really awesome job at voicing him. I never had any clue who did that up until today, and I'm like, this is just awesome. So with that, yeah, that's my final thoughts on that.
Mm-hmm. And I forget if I don't know if Sean, I think a link in the description below for Sean's Twitch or YouTube channel, and check him out. He's on every once in a while. Give him some support and love.
Twitch.tv/Sarek.
Thank you, Sean. And Jason, go ahead and close us out.
It was a nice, fun little video. I definitely like the part of him attacking Nilfium for whatever long. It just seems like seems about
He's
right
angry.
For the character. He's angry, and he really can't do much about it.
And I think it's
with a 3 attack. If he did have to itch himself, it may not be that dangerous, but still, giving himself little scratches all over the place. That's not a fun thing to do.
No, it's not. Yeah. And I will say this.
Promotion, don't you? Oh.
It's like a hill.
Oh yeah, promotion. Yeah, Jason. Yeah, check out Jason's YouTube page and link in the description below for that as well. No, I want to say that the fun contrast was Ne-Gok-Sa so angry, Henderson so calm. And it kind of like offsetted each other too. So that was a fun little back and forth when it comes to that. And closing out, let's see the chat in here. Hexal is saying anger is a secondary emotion. What does he really feel? That's what we need to find out. I think we need to pursue this in the future. Definitely. Rogue Saber says, love to see more little snippets. Yeah,
because he has a sword welded to his arm.
We'll think about it. We'll think about it. Definitely, we'll probably be planning like little GIF snippets in the future about HeroScape characters in the future. Yeah, for sure, Rogue Saber. Okay, but with that, I'm Ryan, aka Tales of Valhalla. You've heard me speak. Now you're going to hear me close out the stream by saying, well, thank you everybody for watching. And if you're going to watch the backstage, come join us on Patreon if you want to do that. You have a purpose in your life. Find it, pursue it, live it, and we'll see all of you in less than 2 weeks. Later on. Bye-bye. Good night. Night.
Peace.